I'm about to reveal and decode the woman needs for the top 35 lies women use to manipulate men. Number 1, you are controlling, toxic, and insecure. Translation: you are making it very hard for me to cheat on you and or explore other options because the standards and boundaries that you put in place are making it hard for me and prohibiting me from engaging in activities that are conducive to infidelity. Number 2, he's just a friend. Translation: he's an orbiter that she knows likes her, that may or may not have slept with her in the past, who she's friend zoned because she finds he's more useful to her and provides far more utility in the position of friendship. But she reserves the right to have sex with him at any given time in the future because he's easily accessible under the guise of friendship should you and her have a rough patch at any given time in the future. Number 3, don't judge me. Translation: don't hold me accountable for any bad decisions I made in the present and or past because I'm a woman and I don't like being held accountable. Women love to escape accountability, and in her mind, she's not the toxic one, you are. Number 4, I'm not crazy. Translation: I am crazy, run. Number 5, I really like you, but as a friend. Translation: I'm politely rejecting you, and because I know that you don't value yourself to the same level that I do, I know that you allow me to use you for your utility while not giving you what you want in return, which is sex, because you're obviously a low-value male, which is why I rejected you in the first place. You're not arousing enough for me to want to sleep with you, but you're good enough for me to place in the friend zone to where I still benefit. Number 6, nothing's wrong, I'm fine. Translation: everything is wrong, I feel a certain way, and I'm harboring resentment, but I'm not going to tell you that because I don't know how to communicate, so I'm going to tell you everything is just fine, so that I can catalog it and save it for the next argument till I explode. Number 7, you're the best I ever had. Translation: I'm stroking your ego in an attempt to make you feel more confident in the bedroom. Number 8, I'm so done with him. Translation: no matter what he's done to me and the emotional roller coaster he's put me through, I am so aroused by him, I will have sex with him anytime he wants. Number 9, sorry I didn't see your text. Translation: I did see your text, but I chose to lie to you for whatever reason because rather than being honest with you, I didn't want to hurt your feelings, and I lack maturity. Number 10, I'm unique, I'm special, I'm not like all these other girls. Translation: I'm exactly like every other girl. Even though my hardware is different, I have the exact same software downloaded. Number 11, we need to take a break. Translation: I'm attracted to and aroused by someone else who I may or may not be having sex with already. But I feel bad in order to salvage your feelings and my own personal guilt, I'm going to break up with you. Number 12, I'm not looking for a relationship. Translation: I'm not looking for a relationship with you. I'm waiting for Mr. Right to come along, or Mr. Right did come along, but he didn't choose me and only went to use me for sex. Number 13, I can be feminine/submissive, but it takes the right man to come along who's masculine enough to put me in my feminine/submissive. Translation: I'm extremely masculine, but I can put on charade and pretend to be feminine/submissive under certain conditions whenever it suits me. But the moment you get me mad, piss me off, or make me feel a certain way, I will no longer pretend to be feminine/submissive, and that masculinity in me is going to begin to rear its ugly head. For all intents and purposes, I pick and choose when to be feminine/submissive because it's not really in me. Number 14, I forgive you. Translation: women don't forgive anything. They simply file it into the back of their mind for future use and reserve the right to bring it up at any future given time. Number 15, my battery is dying. Translation: that means I'm going to hang up the phone or stop talking to you, but I'm being polite about it. Number 16, I hope you had fun or a good time. Translation: I hope you had a horrible time because it wasn't with me. Because if you did have fun, it probably involved other women. Number 17, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. Translation: I'll be ready in an hour or later. Number 18, I've moved on. Translation: her communicating to you in the first place that she's moved on shows in itself she hasn't moved on. Because for the most part, when a woman has moved on, she doesn't acknowledge you. Number 19, I fell out of love with him. Translation: he was inadequate to some degree, so I began monkey branching off to other options. But like a true woman, I'm going to make him feel like everything's okay or tell him whatever he needs to hear in order to prepare myself for my exit. Number 20, you deserve someone better than me. Translation: you cannot hold my interest, so I've lost interest in you. Number 21, I don't believe in checking my man's phone. Translation: I do believe in checking my man's phone, but I need you to let your guard down in order for you to provide me opportunities so that I can check your phone. Classic bait and switch. Number 22, I hate guys that play games. Translation: girls love guys that play games, and they're literally aroused by and attracted to these exact same men because these men provide that emotional roller coaster in order to keep her stimulated. Whether negative or positive, women love and thrive off of stimulation. 23, we have a healthy relationship. Translation: because he's stupid enough to allow me to guilt trip him and shame him into not setting clear standards and boundaries up front, and more importantly, being masculine enough to enact upon said standards and boundaries in order to suppress my sexuality, it's easier for me to cheat on him. Which is why it's healthy, because I have the freedom to do whatever I want, no matter how stupid or how bad it makes him look. Which provides me the opportunity to source his replacement right under his nose should I have to ever leave him. Number 24, I'm on my period, tired, and or have a headache whenever you try to attempt sex. Translation: she doesn't want to have sex with you because you're probably not arousing at the moment, but she doesn't want to say it, so instead she'll tell you these excuses. And if you allow her to leverage sex, it just reconfirms her lack of arousal in you. Number 25, I'm busy. Translation. She's not busy. She's just too busy for you. People make time for what they choose to make time for. If she's not making time for you, it's because she's not interested in you. And side note, if you do manage to still have sex with this woman, never take her serious. Number 26, I don't have any expectations. Translation. I have expectations just like all women do, but I need you to believe that I'm open-minded so that way you believe that I'm special. And should you fall short of any of those expectations that I don't have, I'll probably move on to the next. Number 27, I'm a simple woman. Translation. No woman is simple, and if you allow me to manipulate you to believe that, you're stupid. She just doesn't want to scare you off, but like all women, from their standards all the way down to pleasing them in bed, all women are complicated. Number 28, why do you care about a woman's body count? Translation. I squandered my value while I was young, and I made a series of poor choices, which resulted in me having a whole phase or two, to which if I give the number, which is probably higher than it should, it'll probably turn you off from a serious commitment standpoint. I'm embarrassed to answer the question, but I'm going to shame you for having to ask me in the first place. Number 29, my body count is X amount. Translation. My body count is higher than I'm about to tell you, but I know my value is intrinsically tied to my chastity, so I'm about to lie to you. Hey, it's not me. All women lie about this. Don't take it personal. Number 30, I'm not jealous like other women. Translation. I am jealous like all women because all women are jealous about the man that they care about, especially if he's a man of value. Number 31, it just happened. Translation. It didn't just happen. Women don't have sex impulsively. I lost arousal for you a few months now, so I found a guy who was more adequate in areas that you were deficient in, and he did it for me. But I told you it just happened because I couldn't think of anything else more creative to soften the blow. Number 32, you're a good guy. Translation. You're probably attractive, and you're probably the guy I should date, but you don't arouse me. Like the bad boy whom I know I definitely should not date. But chasing his validation and taming that beast does it for me in ways your good guy persona just doesn't understand. Number 33, it's not you, it's me. Translation. And the irony here is she's actually telling you the truth, whether she realizes it or not. She's a hoe. She's probably not able to pair bond. She's a waste of your time. But what she was trying to translate is, it's really just you. Because as we all know, women are never at fault and they hate accountability. Number 34, I'm dating or it's complicated. Translation. I'm casually having sex with a guy and he may or may not commit to me in the future. But I'm keeping my options open in case better comes along. Number 35, I love you unconditionally. Translation. I don't love you unconditionally because no woman is capable of loving a man unconditionally. I only love you on the condition and the premise of you providing value to me. And you're stupid as a man if you believe me because the only thing love unconditionally is dogs, children, and maybe women. Because even though you love us from an idealistic standpoint, we're only capable of loving you from an opportunistic standpoint. Hypergamy is live and real. And if you think it's not, then I as a woman can easily manipulate you. And with all that being said, women speak covertly, not overtly like us men do, because female game is centered upon manipulation. That's why females use all these statements and phrases that say one thing, but really mean another, because women are used to having the monopoly of manipulation. But here's the caveat. A female's game is only contingent upon your stupidity as a man. So when you self-improve as a man, become the best version of yourself, learn game, female nature, learn how to navigate through word salad and mental gymnastics, it makes it easier for you to combat female game and manipulation. Because you're now able to decipher the woman needs, and this puts you at an advantageous standpoint when dealing with women. And this is why I go so hard to continuously prepare you guys and arm you guys with bazookas. Because a lot of you guys are going into these gunfights with knives. Because best believe, these women are armed and dangerous with AKs and grenade launchers, ready to finesse you if you let them. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know you've heard these same manipulation tactics from women before, and if you're a woman, I know you've used these before on a man. And if you have, you guys, please drop a comment below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you want to be coached, send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok at Zeus X Unplugged, or send me an email at ZeusXunplugged@gmail.com. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace.